What's up, YouTube? This is Paul with Born to Barn Customs. I've been busy here lately working on my four-wheeler and redoing the inside of my shed. It's been a while since I've worked on my mini Jeep, and I've done a lot to it since you guys have seen it. I made a new front axle. I got the whole front end tore apart. I'm putting stronger shocks under it, better brakes. I put a rack and pinion steering setup under it, and I'm putting a different set of wheels and tires on it. Now we're going to take this and tack this in the frame, put the axle all together with the lower links, and that way I can figure out where my upper links are going to go and how I have to make my frame mounts for my upper links. But first, I got to clean the rust off of this stuff because I let it sit out in the rain while I was doing my remodel, and now it's all rusty. And I don't like starting with rusty parts. Lesson learned, don't let stuff that you're working on sit outside. Alright, now we got all this stuff cleaned up here. Got all the rust off it. Don't leave your stuff out in the rain. It's not a good idea. Especially while it's bare metal like this. Usually I get it in primer, but I can't because I'm still going to be welding stuff to all this. Maybe I could primer them. Then we're done. Or that one is. Now I'm going to go in here and get to sleep. It's pretty late. It's actually New Year's Eve. It is 1:30 in the morning. I'm going to get some sleep. I ain't got to work tomorrow. We'll get out here in the morning. We'll get this tacked in. Get the axles start to be set up. Figure out them upper links. See you in the morning. Alright, I have my axle sitting in here. I just got it tied up with these wires hanging here. Kind of where I want it. And I got my lower link frame mount jacked up with that jack where I want it. Now I'm going to tack that in. Well, I just ran out of argon CO2, so I can't do no more MIG welding. I'm going to have to switch over to TIG, which I didn't want to do outside here, but it's actually New Year's Day, so I'm not going to be able to get any shielding gas today. Everywhere's closed. Kind of sucks, but we'll go ahead and switch over to TIG real quick. Alright, this is a section of my frame I had to cut out. I had them bolt holes there for this bolt-in motor mount that went to them front bolts up there. So I cut this little section out. Now I have to make the frame go up this way and back. I have this piece right here made where it's going to get tacked in right here, and then a bar is going to come down off of this to this. set this up here right where I want it, like this. This is kind of in the way, so I'm gonna have to cut the corner of this off so it's out of the way. Tacked in here. I'm going to go ahead and weld what I got so far, and then I'll come back through and I can cut this off here, cut this off here, and take this whole section out, and then I'll probably put a new one of these in going straight up to that, put something across right here, maybe one right there, and just brace it all up. Yeah, I might even gusset this right here, this little triangle. Alright, I went ahead and I ground everything smooth where I cut everything off. I'm sure you guys didn't want to watch me do a bunch of grinding. Now, I made a piece here and a piece that goes on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and weld those in. The reason I'm welding them is because usually I just tack stuff together, but in a tight area like this, as I'm adding pieces, it's going to get harder and harder to weld certain stuff. So I'm just welding it as I put it in. Before I tack these pieces in, I'm going to give them a quick scuff with a Scotch-Brite, clean them up, just with TIG welding. Everything needs to be pretty clean when you're TIG welding something. Alright guys, I skipped forward here a little bit. This video was going to be very long if I didn't. Here is my front axle. I use my tires and wheels off of my Timberwolf. They will switch back and forth between the two. I'll only be able to ride one at a time until I get another set of wheels later. They made it so I could mock all this up. These are ball joints off of a Yamaha Banshee, and they're for the aftermarket chromoly arms that you buy. That made it so that I could bolt these spindles to my axle. It actually worked out really good. I have a lot more ground clearance than I had before. This right here is my lower link mount. I had to make it removable. I wouldn't be able to take the filter off and change the oil if it wasn't removable. I had to make my lower links shorter than I actually wanted them. In the next video, we'll make the shock mounts, make the tie rods the right length, and we'll get the gas tank hooked up. I'll take everything apart, reinforce it, final weld everything, and we'll be able to try this front suspension out and see how much better it works. Thanks for watching, guys. If you can, subscribe. It would really help me out, help me grow my channel. Also, leave a like on the video. It helps it get seen. I appreciate you guys watching. Have a good one.